I will reintroduce myself. My name is Monica. I am Eskimi's marketing manager and super happy to see you joining our advanced programmatic media buying webinar. Today we will be entering the next level of programmatic. So what we do is we have like a two-level system. We have the basics, that is the most often webinar that we offer. And then after we have an audience of people who have went through the basics, listened to the webinar, passed the exam, we introduce everybody to the advanced level, so to the next stage. Before we started the theory and the technical side, some instructions for this webinar. As some of you are still, I see, joining, I will try to explain how we will do things today. So the webinar is, it consists out of two parts. The first is the theory. So we will go through the programmatic side again, how it works, what is what are the benefits, how ad exchanges work, and so forth. And afterwards, we will go into the practical side. So how the whole platform works, how you set up campaigns, how to work with the vast format, and how to manage campaigns, how to optimize them, and so on and so on. It's a vast world of information that you can introduce yourself to. We have two of my colleagues today as well in this webinar. So we have Josh, who is country manager for Bangladesh. He will be presenting the theory side. Hi, Josh.
Hello.
And we have Sid. Sid is our senior ad ops manager, and he will be introducing you to the platform and to all the aspects of campaign managing, setup, and so forth and so forth. Some rules about questions. There is a Q&A button at the very bottom of the screen. Once you press it, you can write your question, and this way we would be able to address as many of them as possible, either in written form, or they will be just addressed live because they will be up into the presentations and so on. Do mind that this webinar is an advanced one. It means that there will be details, there will be a lot of information, and it's not like we just finished something short and here you go, your certification. No, this is the advanced session, so you have to keep in mind that there will be a lot of things to take into mind, and these two gentlemen will introduce us to that superior level of programmatic. Afterwards, after this webinar, you all, absolutely all who registered, will receive an email from me that will have their material that Sid and Josh will be presenting today. You will be able to download it and have it and repeat what you heard, you will hear today. You will also have a link to our Eskimi Academy videos, where you will be able to go through all the material again in more detail and more precise. And the third link that will complement the email is our exam, the advanced session. It's a 50-question exam, so again, why all the details? And after you pass it, you will have your own certificate for the advanced level. So I hope that what you hear today will be super useful. Ask your questions if you want something to be re-explained, reiterated. These gentlemen will explain everything today. And I think I've mentioned all the points. And Josh, over to you.
Thanks, Monica. Thanks for the nice introduction and also explaining all the rules of this examination or the certification course. First of all, I believe those who have already joined, thanks to everyone, and I believe you guys have already completed the basic course. So I'm looking after Bangladesh as the country manager of Bangladesh here of Eskimi, and I'm looking after the business part. So I will be sharing mostly the theoretical or the business part of the session. And there will be Sid, who will be covering up the rest of the part for mostly the campaign setup as the technical part. So let me share the screen. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you all see my screen. Sid, if you can please confirm whether the screen is visible.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, great. So I'll start. So at first I'll give a short brief about what Iskimi, who we are and what we did. So I'll be very precise about what we did. In 2009, Iskimi as a brand, we were launched as a social media platform, and sooner after we started in 2013, we started Iskimi Pay, and from 2015 onwards, we focused on the DSP business, or we came up with the demand side platform, the programmatic platform. Since then, we have established our presence started from Africa, in Southeast Asia, now in Middle East, in Latin America, in CIS region, and recently we have started our operations in Australia and New Zealand. So, and we are growing pretty aggressively and very fast throughout the world. So this is again our timeline, that how we have grown, and also along with the DSP, we have came up with another tool, which is the SSP one. In few markets, we have launched the SSP. So but not in for all the markets, it's not yet available. But in few our major markets, the SSP product is available. We have worked proudly with all of the leading multinational brands, and also in the local level, we have worked with all the local leading brands for each market. We have been working and providing support, especially on this programmatic display advertisement. So how we work, as Iskimi, we are not just a service provider. We are more like a partner, and as a partner, we want to grow together along with our partners. So in terms of doing that, we usually arrange different sessions like this one, the one we are having now. We want to educate the market, the people are there, our partners, so that you understand what product are you using, or where you should focus, how to get the best ROI of your investment. So that's why we organize different sessions, webinars, and certification courses throughout the world. So our key metrics, if you see on the screen, our key metrics is we have a unique reach of 1 billion plus users. If you have seen the video which Monica was sharing, we have a DMP where we have the different online activities and online behaviors of that particular user into that DMP. So, so that's why we mention it's 1 billion plus profile users, because we have those data, the historical data into that. And for engagement, we have 150 billion plus impressions we serve. Also, for rich medias, we have a very good, we have seen very high engagement rates for interactive rich media ads. Inventory, we have very premium inventories. We can serve ads on the very premium inventories in all international, all local websites and apps. And data story, it is, as we have said, that we have user level data on our platform. So we don't target based on the publisher, that you just target specific publishers and you serve ads. Whereas in programmatic, we feel that you should be using data to identify your audience. It could be demographic, it could be geolocation, and as many layers as you can use to get closer or identifying your audience. So that's why we say it's a data story. So I will explain more of that later in this presentation. So at first, what is Iskimi and the product, about the product if we get? The first layer of our product is the supply part, which consists of our Iskimi SSP, as I mentioned, as a platform we have launched in a few markets. Then we have 45 plus ad exchanges in all, and it is growing. It is growing wherever we feel that we have better inventory inside through some ad exchanges. We onboard or we start working with those ad exchanges and try to give the best result, give the best service to our partners. And then we have PMP deals as well with few direct partners like Viber or Truecaller or ShareIt. You can run ads through PMPs or maybe other platforms, native platforms, where through PMPs you can serve ads. So the first part, in few markets we have the highest reach. How? Because we have maximum exposure and maximum profile user, because we have the highest exposure on publisher end. Second part is the data part. So what sort of data do we usually identify, or based on that we can run campaigns? One is location on mobile. It's all online activities. First of all, I would rather again say that it is on all online activities. So first of all, it is location, then the data consumption, how much data you're consuming through Wi-Fi, how much you're consuming through your mobile data, and also your browsing behavior, your device, which device you use, what is the brand of the device, what is the price of the device, which OS do you use, which browser do you use, and which telco operator you are using, so and many more. So that is the strength of this platform. So we have a lot of user data on our DMP. The last part is the creative part or the media part, where we can run on display ad. We know if we can, all the platforms, they can serve static or GIF banners. Then you can run native ads. You can run rich media banners, which are the coolest format for really good for brand awareness. It could be interactive, it could be non-interactive, and also video ads. So you can run all sorts of ads through SKME platform. So discussing about the supply part, why SKME in few markets we have the highest reach? Because as I already mentioned, the ad exchanges numbers are still increasing. The maximum number of ad exchanges means maximum number of, you can publish your ads on maximum number of websites. And that means you can identify more and more users. So that's why we have the highest reach on our platform. Moving on to the data part, I've already mentioned that what sort of data do we collect. Though we have some analytical tool through which we can identify that what is the socioeconomic class of the particular user. So whether that person is of socioeconomic class A, B, or C, we can differentiate, and you can target based on that. Also on different interest level, like what sort of interest do you have, or maybe the particular user might have. It could be sports, it could be movies, it could be music, or anything else. Even if it's under sports, it's a very vast, or could be a very wide term. But in few markets, the football is more, or soccer is more popular than cricket, which is very popular in the South Asian countries like India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. So you can identify users by interest not only by sports, but you can identify whether that person has interest only on cricket or football. So that you can identify from the platform as well. We do identify that, we track that, and we store that against the user. So, and you can see the reach from the platform itself. I'm sure the seed will make you go through the platform, so you can get better idea about that. So I was telling about the data story. So data story is more like this, what you see on your screen. So you see the more data or identification point or data point you can provide to us, we can go that much closer to the user, to the audience you want to target. So as I said, for one brand, if you think this will be a data story, that the person you want to target need to have the Wi-Fi connectivity or a broadband connectivity. The person must have a car. The person might be using a specific telco operator. The device must be a costlier one, maybe the flagship devices that person uses, will be sports lover and other things. So you use multiple data points to identify your audience so that we can target more precisely to the user. So moving on to the targeting options. So what do we have? We start with the placement. So you can target your campaigns, your users based on placement. So you can choose specific ad exchanges. It could be the double-click ad exchange. It could be InMobi. So if you have any selective ad exchanges or maybe partner ad exchanges that you will be only buying traffic through specific ad exchanges, you can mention that. You can specify selective sites or apps as well if it's there in your plan. Also, you can select the position that whether you want to serve most of your ads on above the fold or below the fold, that sort of thing. Also, you can target your campaign based on the time of the day. So maybe you don't want to serve your ads late in the midnight or later of the day, later period of the day. So just because that you feel that your audiences are not there at that certain period of time, so you can exclude that part. After that, it's the demographic part. It's age, gender, and location, and hyperlocation. Next is the technical part where we can target browsers, which browser you want to include or exclude, which OS you want to include, the OS version, the operator, which if the user is using 3G, 4G, or Wi-Fi, you can include or exclude as well. In terms of device brand, the model, also the price of the device. So you can, if you are a mobile brand, you can target your competitors, not only the brand, by the price range, the product you are launching. You can target the similar price range devices. You can target your competitor brand. Also, maybe you can target users of your own brand, but maybe using one version older device at the moment. So you can target them so that they can purchase your product, the new version you are selling. So apart from that, in the behavioral part, we have based on interest, we store our data for every campaign on impression and click level. So you can retarget or reuse these users and retarget them for a better result for your campaigns. And then you can target based on which website the person is visiting. Based on you can retarget them specific location. If you feel that there are certain hotels that I want to target people, those who are visiting a certain place. It could be a hotel, it could be an airport. So you just collect those audiences and then you can serve ads. And again, as I said, in socioeconomic class, we have the targeting. So in interest level, I have already covered this part that you can see on the platform itself. You can see if you select certain interest level, you can see that how much reach, the unique reach you can get through this targeting level. So on the dashboard, you can see this meter where you can see the reach. So not only category, you can target on subcategory level as well based on interest. Geolocation, this is a very common targeting throughout all the platforms available in most of the market, which is country, it could be city, it could be division, but we have a building level targeting as it was been mentioned in the video which Monica shared. So you can target a specific building. In some platforms, you see that it works in a radius model, but here you can draw any polygonic shape. Using polygonic shape, you can draw any shape of that area that you want to target. Hyperlocation targeting, it works in two ways. One is that you select a particular area, or it could be a particular shop, it could be a building, it could be an area. So the two ways of doing it. One is whether that person, the user you want to target, whoever will be visiting that area and present in that area and might be browsing that time, only that time the ads will be served. Outside the marked area or your selected area, the ads won't be served. So for that, few conditions actually applies. As I say, people need to be within that area, in the premises. The person needs to visit or browse in multiple websites and apps, and also in the websites and apps where ads can be placed. There are certain apps or website where the ads cannot be placed, like Uber or other apps. So if you browse in such apps, their ads won't be able. We won't be able to place ads. So a few conditions are there if you want to serve ads in the real time in that particular area. Whereas you can do another thing if it goes with your modality, that you build an audience, you collect the audience of that particular premises, whether that person is browsing or not. You collect those audiences, those internet connected users, and doesn't matter whether that person is currently within that premises or not, but if that person goes out, you still can target them whenever they will be browsing into a friendly website, or into any website where ads can be placed, websites or apps. So in two ways, it actually works at the way our hyperlocation targeting. Moving on to the next one is the intent-based targeting. So in particular websites, we can identify that who are visiting those particular websites, and also not only the website, we can identify that, or what are the sub pages you want to, these people are browsing. It could be, if it's in few websites, it could be the sub pages. If it's an e-commerce site, it could be that the person is searching Samsung devices, or could be searching for a car, a Toyota car. So there will be a sublink. So based on that, based on intent, we can target those pages, the users, those who are actually browsing into that particular page. The next thing is the footfall. So the footfall is the thing the person who has seen your ad and also have gone to your store and purchased the product. So this will work if the product is sold only in some exclusive stores. If it's mass distributed product and you can find it in plenty of shops, then it is very much difficult to identify, because then there will be a long list of places where we need to track. So it's always better that if we have a branded shop where it's a few number of shops where people can only go and can purchase the product from that particular store itself, only then footfall will be more effective. So we can do that. So if anyone have seen the ad, interacted with the ad, and also gone to the shop to purchase or to inquire, so that we can do through the footfall tracking. Outdoor targeting, that is another thing what we do. So in most of the brands in the offline, we do have the billboards, the big brands, they do have billboards outside. So what we can do, we target that area again. It could be a 50-meter or the road in front of that billboard. So two things that can help you. First of all, how many internet connected people are passing by that billboard? So you will get a number. First of all, that is for your analytical part. And secondly, you are in a traffic and maybe you are not looking at the billboard, but you're browsing your internet using some app or any website, we can serve ads at the same time at the same place. So maybe you have missed the billboard, but while your eyes are on your screen, you will not be missed, because we can target you out there. So that is how our outdoor targeting works. And last is the TV sync. So here what we can do, so whenever there is a TV ad placed on your on the TV, so you can serve ads the same ad on the mobile as well, because there has been many studies which shows that now when the TVC is on, usually when you're watching a game or watching a show which you like, whenever there is an ad, you just pick up your phone and browse something or check out your phone. So your eyes are on your mobile devices, or it could be your tablet, or it could be your mobile. So that is more effective when you serve ads in both the places. Once the TVC is live, the same ad runs on the mobile devices. So that makes more, it plays a very psychological game to the user that, okay, this brand is communicating in every single way, and that plays a good role in terms of conversion. So how we do audience collection? So we have a dashboard, a telco dashboard or a research dashboard where you can see the market understanding, the market data and other things. I think there was a request in the very beginning of the session. Someone wanted to see how the telco dashboard looks and how it works. So I think Sid will be showing it more in details how it looks. So it's not a telco dashboard anymore, though we call it telco dash, but actually now we have many layers of data that you can find device data as well, not only telco data. So that's a research dashboard where you can understand your market data and you can plan your campaigns based on that. So as I said, you can get market share, you can find which top devices, which devices are the most used devices in the market, which new devices are there in the market, uh, which brands are growing really fast, device price by network, top devices by network. So you can identify so many things like 2G, 3G, 4G by network. So also and also socioeconomic class, as I said, based on telco brands, also as per the market. So this will actually always help you while planning your campaign, and also uh, when you target and split your budget. It's not like just running a campaign, same budget, same thing throughout the entire campaign. So you can optimize your campaign, you can split your budget, and based on the requirement or prioritize your segment or on your segmentation. So next part is the telco part. So we have very deep insights now about the market, also the market share, also on the telcos, that how much migration is happening, how much new users have joined, how many multi-SIM users are there in the market, which is the primary SIM and the secondary SIM, what are the main pair of the multi-SIM users. So all this data you can find on the telco dash, and maybe you can use it pre-campaign, and after running and then plan the campaign, you can run the campaign, and after the campaign again you can see a data that whether that campaign was effective and there were any changes into this data after the campaign got over. So that is there. So we do have the post-campaign reports and every single details you require. So you can analyze what was the standing before the campaign and also your standing after the campaign. We do serve online surveys. So through ads, you can ask your audience a specific question and get answers based on that. So you can decide a certain user base. It could be 700 or 1,000 users, but based on their demographic or the data story. So we will serve these queries on online surveys to those users you want to reach, your brand TG or target group. So and those people, the 700 answers you will get, or 1,000 answers you will get, and then you can analyze again based on the online survey. So this is the last part, which is the creative part. So what ad formats we can serve? As I mentioned, we have standard, we have interactive, we have dynamic, video, and native banners, and also some click to action ad formats. So moving on to the next one. So the static, actually, I will say that in static, there is nothing much to describe. This is the mostly used banner format throughout the world, because all the apps or websites, they support this format. So that's why, and in different dimension, you get them. So you can communicate and place your ads in different websites, in different dimensions, in the maximum number of websites or apps. Rich media, there are certain limitation. All websites or apps might not support rich medias or videos. So there are certain limitation in some in other formats. So I'll move in video. That is one of the best performing format as well from our end. which is in banner video. Also in Vastag, you can run ads on the direct video placement specifically on apps. So native for good number of clicks or performance driven campaigns, we offer native ads because this is not an image based banner or content. It is more of a content. It looks like a itself. It looks like a content. It has a logo. It will have a headline. It will have some text and also image and call to action button. So this the user who will be clicking on the ad will get a brief idea that what is this product about and what this product has to offer to me and which brand it is, and whether you want them to install, whether you want them to buy something, or you want to visit somewhere. So the user will be clicking that knowingly and with full interest. So that's why in native ads, what we see that the CTR is really good. So moving on, the next one is the rich media. So in rich media, there are two types. One is interactive and another one is non-interactive. So the first template, that's the one I have, it is the non-interactive rich media. So rich media works for brand awareness mostly, and it is really attracting whenever it's a static website or an app. Mostly it is static. So whenever you scroll and in between when something comes in animation and it starts moving, immediately that grabs your attention and your eyes are stuck into that part, and at least you spend a certain period of time and see the message within that time. So that plays a good role for brand awareness. So first one I would like to show is the cube ad we have. So it's cube ad, it's just animation. Next one is the dancing ad we call. So it's a 3D dancing. And next one is the flip ad. Yeah. And the next one is the 360-degree spinning ad. It's a billboard ad. And last one is just plain animation. Yeah. A few more. Those are the very commonly used templates for rich medias, but we have few custom animated banners as well. So if you share your ideas, we can develop that for you as well. So these are custom banners. Now these are moving on to the next one is the interactable rich medias. The first one is a scratch ad. So you need to scratch on the banner. Then the first layer of the image gets swiped, and then the next message or then the second layer of the image shows up. Third one is the cube swipe ad. So you need to swipe left or right to roll the cube, and the next face shows up. Yeah. And the next one is the swipe to color ad. So you need to for this banner, you need to swipe up so the image changes. So these are all interactive ads. And for these ads, you can measure engagement, that how many people are engaging with this banner. So you can track and identify that as well. Then the next interactable banner is the drag and drop. So you see there are multiple elements around the bottle, and when you drag and drop those elements into the bottle, it makes the bottle complete, and then the message comes. The next one is another swipe ad. So you swipe it from left to right, and then again the message appears. And the last one here in the slide is the tap one. So this is more like a games, very interesting for the users when they see this ad and they interact actually. So just for because it looks interesting actually. So yeah, so this is the tap ad. Next one is the gamification ads, where you have to solve a puzzle. It's actually a games. So you solve the puzzle and the banner appears. Next one is the race games. So you have to swipe left and right, and the car will move based on your interaction. There you go. Next one is the database. So it could be a countdown banner that if you have any product or event launch on a certain specific day, so you can have a countdown banner. So the time will start ticking down or backwards. It's a countdown. So you'll see the numbers on the banner itself, that how much time is left. In the next one is a calculator. So in the calculator one, it could be a converter, money converter, or a currency converter, as we say, or it could be a loan calculator as well. If you are a bank or financial institution, so you can do a loan calculator as well. That this is the loan that person is expecting. What would be the interest rate and what would be the EMI? So you can do that in this sort of database, rich media database banner. The next one is the rich media dynamic. So in rich media dynamic, it could be weather based. Recently, we have done one campaign for Bangladesh for one particular brand, which is Maggie, and that campaign ran on dynamic situation based on weather. So whenever there is rain, the ad was served, and when there was no rain, the ad stopped. So something like that. And for the Vaseline demo, which on this you see on the screen, in every weather type and condition, the message automatically changed. Well, if it was raining, it was giving us a particular message. When it was sunny, it was giving another message of the same brand. Next is the sports result. So you can, it could be football, it could be cricket, it could be basketball. So any live match is going on, and you can integrate the live score on the banner itself. And you also can have scheduled ads where if you have a very specific event or specific show on the TV, so there could be scheduled ads as well. Next one is a catalog ad. So this is also a part of the interactive ad. So here you have three options. So whether if you click on those and you want to showcase multiple products, so this can be really helpful for that. So the next one is tap to features. So you click on the features, click on the plus buttons, and it shows you the more features about the product. And the last one is the carousel ad. And the carousel ad, if you know that carousel ad is a very popular on Facebook, but in display also it is possible. So you can run carousel ads on displays now. Next one is a lead form. So lead form, it has some certain issues because as per the guideline, all ad exchanges doesn't allow to collect first party data. So this is available in few markets where we have SSPs. So we can get those data or lead submission campaigns or lead campaigns. Next one is a chatbot. So again, this is So again, this is interactive ad. So you have a question and there will be multiple answers. So you click on that and the different answer based on logical base, you will have another answer and other options. And when you keep on clicking, another answer will show up. So something like that you can develop. It's more, and it's an ad, but it's again a chatbot. And last one is the click to action. So we have different actions you can use. Usually all the banners people use a landing page, whereas you can use you click and you can call. So it will take you to your dialing pad and the number will be prefixed. So you just need to click the call button to make the call. Same for the SMS. If it's an offer or something, whenever you click on the banner, it will take you to your SMS app, and the number will be prefixed, the message will be prefixed, and the user needs to click on the send button. Same for the USSD. You can redirect your users to WhatsApp chat or Telegram chat as well, also to the map to guide your user, your the target person and show them the nearest store of your brand. Also, it could be email. It could be click to email as well. So click to SMS, you can SMS to the call center. You can SMS it to your brand. It could be a special offer where user can click register. So, or maybe if you send an SMS, you will give the brand will be giving a certain amount of discount. So that is also possible using this click to SMS modality. So same as with click to map. So you can guide the user to the nearest store. So we have few more. We have a gallery actually, in fact, where I think we can share the link, and most of you actually have those links, but if you don't have, you can we can leave it in the chat section here in this session, where you can go and check our gallery and find the interactive rich media for ads, multiple ads out there. So yeah, I think, and then it comes to the last part, which is the brand safety and anti-fraud. So first of all, if you see, this isn't just an example, that this is a major concern nowadays for every brand, whether your ads are being published into an unfriendly environment. And none of the brands will entertain is anything happens like the example shared. This is a plane crash, and beside that you have an airlines brand ad. It's a very negative thing. It's a very negative branding for your particular brand. So to avoid that, we have a brand safety tool where using different keywords, different tools, you can avoid placing your ads in that unfriendly environment or unexpected environments. So we have an inbuilt tool. Also, you can use any third-party tool. Also, for anti-fraud detection, you can use any third-party tool like IAS, Moat, or Double Verify to identify the reports, the dashboard report we show, and match the discrepancy if it's there any. So you can use those anti-fraud tools and also the brand safety tools for the safety of your brand. So I think that is it from my end, and thank you for your time. I think there are a few questions, so I will stop my screen share. And there will be plenty of questions. So whether are we going to answer these questions now, Sid, or maybe later this session?
Most of the questions I have already answered, and if
okay,
there are other questions that needs further discussions and all, so I request you, all of you, to reach out to sales@skimmy.com, which I have like the email address I have already given, and periodically Joshua will also be sharing those email addresses with you guys, because few things are very market specific. So in which market you are, depending on that, we'll be sending you text and the solutions. So yeah, thank you, Josh, for explaining everything. I think you made my life a bit easier to explain now, because you have covered almost everything. So let me share my screen and we will be good to go then. Do you guys see my screen now?
Yep.
Yeah, it should be. All right. So I think as Joshua was saying, I think I just need to just hold on a second. Okay, so Joshua has finished the presentation at the brand safety level, and before that he was discussing the creative. So I think I'm starting with the creative part, just to have just some preview links is here. So if you don't know how the static banners would look like, that's how the static banners would look like. There are different dimensions of it. So we'll be going over them in details later on. But before we start, just trying to show you guys so that you can refresh your memory after the theoretical part. This one is the rich media banners, which Joshua has already discussed with you guys. But these are the formats that we have in stock. Like these are default ones. It doesn't take much time to develop these things. Just because we had overall so many requests from partners and clients, and we have developed two segments, like as Joshua said, that we have rich media, interactive rich media, which of course requires some sort of workaround. And these are the templates. We also have templates so that we can serve our clients and partners quickly. This is that part. We have few formats of that. And also, you guys also got to know about video campaigns. So this is the video one. So let us have a look at this. So video would look like this. This one is the in-banner video format, and this one is the vast format, which we'll be of course discussing later on. And this one is the native one. The funny part of native banners is that if you are on desktop, it will take a shape. If you are on mobile device, it will take another shape. So it's an interesting thing. So let's begin with the platform. So if you have already passed the basic exam, this one is for you. So this is the first thing. If you are our partners already, or if you want to go self-serve, this one is for you. And if you are in general interested in DSP platforms, so this particular section is for you guys. So this is the dashboard. This is the overview section of the platform. What you can see. So this particular tool shows everything that this particular account holds. So if you are a brand, or if you are an agency and you want to have a view at your metrics, campaign metrics, this is the thing that you should be using. And you just need to make sure that you are selecting correct date range, so that you see everything in between this. Yeah, so we had a few requests about Telco Dashboard. So this is actually is not only the Telco Dashboard. This is also for devices. So as you can see, I have selected Bangladesh as an example here. As you can see from Telco Dashboard, you can have a look at the numbers and metrics and data that we have on the dashboard. And just so you guys know, this whatever data, whatever numbers you are seeing, this is stored and taken by our DMP. As you can see, this is the data market share, and you can also see the ISP data market share, mobile data market share. So in whichever country you are in, we have data for almost all the countries. So just for an example, I have chosen Bangladesh. So as you can see, it shows the percentage of data. And here you can also see the mobile network unique user distribution, because we have two segments of audience. One is of course based on the telcos, and another is the Wi-Fi. That means it may be if you are using any seamless device or any device on Wi-Fi. So we have two segments here, and as you can see, so the telecoms are having the 47% of the market share, whereas Wi-Fi or any other ISPs are having the rest of the percentage, which is 53%. So moving on to the next portion, which is the user by SIM count. As you can see, here we have no SIM, that is SIMless devices, 1 SIM devices, and 2 SIMs, 3 SIMs, and 4 SIMs. So this data is for July. And you can also see multiple user, multiple SIM users number based on the markets that you are choosing. And these were top main pairs. So if you are planning to reach out to the people who are using multi-SIM devices and or multi SIMs, so based on your requirements, you can choose, you can plan your campaigns. And also you're seeing the migrations. These are the numbers that we have tracked last month. So you can see which telcos are getting the balance, which telcos are losing their SIMs. And this one is the most interesting part. If you are a campaign planner for telcos, or if you are a telco, if you are on the brand side looking after the digital services, then this one is for you. So from the Telco Dashboard, you can have an idea what you should be going. So if you are planning a campaign for example, for Telco A, and if that is on the negative side, then you should be planning your campaigns in a way that so that you can retain your users, so that you stop losing your users. And if you are on the positive side, for example, the Telco B, as you can see, this telco has most numbers on the positive side. That means this telco is giving some offers to the users so that people get migrated to that particular telco and use their data or services. And yeah, this one is the data loss due to secondary SIM positions. And here you can also have a look how a specific telco is being used by the users as it can be as primary SIM, it can be as secondary SIM. So you can use and utilize all this data whenever you are planning any campaign. And also the number of loyal users by telcos. So since we have selected a particular or specific number, a specific country, that's why we are seeing these numbers, but it is available for all the markets that we have. And this one is very useful for the cell phone industry who are related to this industry. As you can see, as per our tracking, this is what we have got. From this, you can see which brand is having the most of the numbers and all the percentages. And this one is the number of average page views by the telcos. And this one shows the number of unique users by telcos. As you can see, this is given on the top of the page as well. And on the Telco Dashboard, you can also see the number of 2G, 3G, and 4G users. The percentage is given here. And in the campaign creation part, we'll be looking after this. We'll be looking at this, how we are using this one. And now this one is the socioeconomic class by all the telcos, as you can see. And this one is very interesting. This is basically the device average retail price by the telcos, by all the telcos. And you can see the percentage of the users by device price in the particular market. Yeah, so that is it about, sorry, we have one part left. And in this section, as I have already shared this part before, we have all these data by devices, by telcos. And this is the top devices.
Sid, just one small request. I think there has been
Yes.
by the audience. It was, I think this is the data about Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Do you have the data about Pakistan as well?
Yes, yeah. We have data, for all the markets that the scheme covers. So we have data of Pakistan, Nepal, in all the countries in Asia, or Africa, or in Middle East, or in in every country.
Can you show that on the telco dash where they can find the country? Yeah, that part. Yeah.
Okay, so on the Telco Dashboard, if you are already a user of this product, then this one, on left of your screen, you can see this. So now, if I'm selecting Pakistan, for example, we will have the same data. As I said, you just need to select this particular option, like which country you want to see, and for which month. Yeah, so we have, yeah. So I think our Pakistani friend now can see the numbers from Pakistan. It's the same data points, same metrics. It's the same, everything is same for all markets. So the number will vary only. Apart from that, everything remains same.
Same request from Kenya as well, a friend from Kenya. So can you show that as well? Yeah.
Our friend from Kenya wants to see, yes, we have the number from Kenya. So Eskimi actually started, its journey from Africa. So we cover actually all the countries of Africa, and Kenya is one of the major markets. As you can see, all the telcos are here. And the ISPs as well. Yeah, so I think we can move on to the next one. Okay, so the next one is the traffic discovery. Where it's a special tool which shows the data as per your requirements, and as you can see, there are a lot of data points. For example, I have selected Bangladesh and the types and the apps and creative sizes, so it shows data based on the requirements that I have chosen. So as you can see, I have chosen Bangladesh here. It shows Bangladesh, and type of inventory is app. And I have also selected names of the apps, and all the names of the apps will appear here. So from here, you can see the historical data that we have tracked in last 30 days. As you can see, you have to choose the period here. So it can be yesterday, it can be last 7 days or 30 days. You just need to select as per your requirements. It's very simple. You just need to select from the drop down. So you can, for example, go for Pakistan. You can see the numbers from Pakistan or something like that. So it depends on your requirements. You just need to go here, just search in the drop down menu, and just type your names, the name of your market. So it will appear gradually here. And don't forget to hit the search button. Once you hit the search button, all the information that you are looking for will be here. So you may have question like how many impressions Eskimi can serve in a week. So yeah, this one is the tool that you need to be using. So you just need to select the country, and all the metrics that you are choosing will be here. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. There's the audience part. As at the very beginning, as Monica said, that we'll be actually covering how the platform looks and how we are setting up the campaigns. So when it comes to setting up the campaigns, then there are a few phases. So there are a few elements and there are a few important elements that all the brands, all the partners and clients, they're looking for, like audience is of course the most important one here, because in today's world is the world now is the time for data. And here we are. So if you are planning to have a campaign and if you are to create a campaign, so you need few important metrics to run a campaign on any platform, be it Scheme or any other platform, any other display platforms. So in different platforms, you will be doing these things differently. But for Scheme tool, we are doing it in two phases mostly. At the pre-campaign stage, the first one is the pre-campaign stage, and the second one is the campaign stage. So when you will be actually creating the campaign. So now we're at the pre-campaign stage, where we will be creating the audience which we want to have. So first one, let's name it as test. So let's look at the things that we have. As you can see, you have behavioral interest, that is user interest. This is something that is common in all the platforms. Then you have campaign audience. This audience is the audience that we collect from any campaign. So when a user is clicking on the banner, we are collecting that user for future campaigns when we want to retarget that audience. Now, campaign audience segment, another segment is the conversion. So these are the section in this particular section, or with this audience type. When you are choosing this, that means you want to reach out to the people who have previously bought something or interacted or completed a whole journey in a campaign. It can be like a user saw your ad and you are promoting one of your apps on digital, on display, and that particular user saw your apps and downloaded that one. And now you want to show those users who have previously installed your apps, and you want to show your product to these users. This is the tool that you should be using. And the next one is very unique tool, that means campaign audience events. Yes, there are few platforms where you can retarget the audience who have recently who have previously interacted with your campaigns. If it's a social media platform, then you usually do the interaction part. So this one is the event part. Through this tool, you can reach out to the people who have previously interacted with your banners. So it means that particular user didn't click, but only interacted. So as Joshua was sharing, there are different types of rich media banners where users are interacting, and this one applies to the interactable rich media banners. When there might be case that the users have interacted with banners, they have scratched the banners, but after scratching, they didn't click, but they did interact with your banners. So these users are potential customers for your brand or product. So through using this tool, you can reach out to those people who have previously interacted with your banner, if not clicked. So there are few layers of retargeting tools that you can have. And I think the next one will be most interesting one, that is the campaign audience by impressions. So usually, traditionally, the retargeting campaigns, when we are planning retargeting campaigns, the first thing that comes to your mind, or the only thing that comes to your mind, is the number of clicks or the clicked audience. So the audience who previously clicked on your banners are usually retargeted or usually remarketed. So if you are using this tool, that means the campaign audience by impressions, that means you are able to reach out to the people who previously saw your banners. That means the people you are reaching can be retargeted. So I think this is one of the fascinating tools that you might be interested in. So many a times we have seen that clients and partners are coming up and saying that, okay, I think we didn't get much interaction. We didn't have very large number of warm audience, but this is the tool that can solve so many problems. Like, this is the tool you might be using to, time and again reach out to the audience who have previously seen your banners or ads. So you never know if they might be interested. If not in this campaign, maybe in the next campaign they'll be interacting with banners and interact with the brands, and then they can convert and buy or purchase your product. And the next one is the apps and site visitors, which is, I think, already discussed. We can reach out to the people who have visited particular websites, and sometimes we plan, in terms of planning campaigns, when our partners and our clients, they reach out and say, okay, let's push the ads to specific sites and show the ads. Yes, that is one way, and there's the other way. So my users, my audience might not be visiting those particular websites, but if you are putting any rules from the dashboard that, okay, we want to retarget the people who have visited a particular car site and where we can push our ads, and if whenever they are visiting that particular website or that particular web page or article, that can be retargeted. And we can collect that audience, and later on, wherever the users are going, and whichever platform, whichever devices or sites or apps they are using, we are able to reach out to that particular user. And another one is the retargeting geolocation. So, as the name suggests, that this is geolocation. It is basically a geofencing, rather, because with this tool, we are actually drawing a virtual map over and on the integrated maps. Like, we can reach out to specific building level, you can reach out to any stadiums, you can reach out to any household areas. So through this tool, you can utilize the users. And the next one is retargeting site first party. So yes, this particular tool is a bit complicated because it requires some pixel implementation. So we are sharing, or the platforms are sharing the pixels, and it needs to be implemented in the website from the brand side, on the brand's website, and we will be able to see who have visited. So, who have visited the website, or you would be, of course, your campaign should be having a landing page. So you can also, grab and keep and collect those audience for later campaign or future campaigns. And the last one in this section is the user ID list. So, these days, device IDs are very important. In every market, we have this one, this request from all the markets, I should be saying. So with this particular tool, you can reach out to the people, reach out to the users who have previously interacted or saw your banners. And this one, if you are, for example, you are running your campaigns in platform A, and you have already, and that particular platform has shared the device IDs with you, and you have those device IDs. So if you are sharing those device IDs with us, yes, that is possible, from our end, to reach out to that audience, maybe from other platforms, but those set of audience, or those sets of audience, can be retargeted here. Okay, so we'll be starting from here. Okay, so again, here we need to select any country. So we have requests from Pakistan, for Pakistan. So let's use Pakistan here. And now you want to know, okay, how many users Scheme has for this particular interest group. That means arts and entertainment. So you are choosing your interest group. So if, then again, just to remind you guys, if you are a campaign planner, or if you want to go self-serve, or if you want to if you want to get to know the reach and the types of audience, this tool is for you. So you just need to select from here. So as you can see, the numbers are here, and you just need to hit the save button, and your audience will be ready and to be used in the campaign that you are planning. And let's have a look at the interesting tool like geolocation. So you guys by now must be having the knowledge how this geolocation is working, but in this part we'll be showing you guys how we are doing this on our side. So for example, you are setting up a rule like, okay, my rule is that I will be collecting audience from 26th of August to 28th of August. That means you are telling the platform, okay, you go and collect audience from a particular location. So I'm going for Wembley Stadium. Yeah, it's a very popular stadium for football lovers. It must be a known one. Okay. So if you are using this one, you just need to draw a virtual map here. You are just using this one, and that's it. So as you can see, you can draw the map by yourself here, or maybe you have a request. Okay, we want to collect audience from the schools. So your target group may be the father or in particularly parents. So you can have a plan to collect audience from the schools. And if you are collecting audience from the schools, they are you are most likely to reach out to the parents, but of course there are students as well. So you are not taking those students. So using the demographic filter from the campaign creation page, which I will of course share. I will of course show you. You can filter the audience. So in this section you are collecting the audience, and then you are filtering who might be interested in your product. So for example, if I'm creating this one just over a school, so I'm collecting audience from here. So that from this audience we can have parents, we can have students, we can have teachers and other school staffs. But yes, there are other filters like interest based. So you are using this, and then you are setting up a filter. Okay, I want to target only the people who are between 25 to 65 from this audience. That is also possible. And you are selecting 30 days of validity. So your users will be valid for 30 days. So even if they are out of these places, they will be seeing your ads. So I think Josh has already given you an example of footfalls. So yes, how does this footfall work? It's in very simple words, like it is like we are creating 2 sets of or 4 sets of or 5 sets of audience. On one side, you are putting the audience that you are likely to gather from the areas, and the other set of audience would be the places where you want to track if the users are going to those places or not. So you may have a small food shop in your area, and you want to track if the audience is coming to my store from after seeing the ads or not. So yes, that is possible. So you are creating geofence audience for a particular household area, and at the same time you are creating an audience segment on your shop. So yes, we are able to track if the users are seeing the banners and coming to your shop or not. And yes, I think the next one can be user ID list, as I was saying. So if you have the device list with you, So you can simply choose this tool, and you just need to select from the menu. It's very simple. So you just need to have the device list in CSV format. As you can see, the instruction is given there. The file needs to be .csv, and the minimum IDs that you need to have in the file is 100. Okay, another can be sites or have visitors. Yeah, so we are keeping this particular rule same. Actually, the rule is same for all types of retargeting audience here that I'm trying to show you guys. So yeah, so we are selecting retargeting site visitors. Okay, so let's put the same rules. Like, I'm going to collect the audience for these 3 days. That means from 26 to 28, and anyone visiting the website. Yeah, so this is very very open one, and this is users visiting specific web pages. So there are two options here. First of all, anyone visiting the website, that means the main domain of a website. If this is like abc.com, yeah. So we are setting up the rules. We are selecting ABC, and in these sites we are also able to show our ads. And if not, they're seeing your ads. Yes, you are collecting this audience for your future campaigns or for any campaign that you are planning right now. So you need to select country. So I'm giving India, for example. You don't need to bother about the changes. Just select site. So I'm selecting one India, for example, here. So if I'm selecting this particular rule, that means this date, and then only the main domain, that means anyone visiting the website. So anyone visiting oneindia.com in these days, between these days, will be collected, and they will be valid for 30 days. That means wherever they're going, wherever they may be, we are collecting them maybe from one website, but that doesn't mean they will be, or that audience will be coming to that website only. So they will be going, they might be going everywhere. So they might be interested in sports. They might be going to gold.com. But you are on your side, from your side, you are able to reach out to that or those audience using this particular tool. So the second rule is using specific web pages. That means the first tool, using the first tool, you can collect the audience from the main domain, that is oneindia.com, and using this one, you are setting up a rule like add if URL contains. So you might want to reach out to the people who are visiting specifically the sports page. So let's try to. So I'm adding this one. So in every website you have this one. So if I'm going to oneindia.com. So here I'm selecting sports, for example. Yeah, so as you can see, they do not have sports written in the URL, but they do have this. As I can see, the UTMs are here. So they're also okay. So let me. So we have to remember that okay. I think this has taken us to a different. As I can see, this one is the sub page of this one India. Okay, so we are taking this one as the sports for the sake of this session. It may not be the one in there, but it's taking us to the different page. Okay, so you just need to put the portion that you are getting after the main domain. So this user might be visiting oneindia.com/sports, as I said, and you just need to use, if it had like sports in it, you just need to select this. Or if you want to go to ClickBuzz, okay. So here I think the example will be easier for you guys. So I want to, if I'm planning a campaign and I want to collect audience from this particular website, which is ClickBuzz. It's taking time. Okay, I'm selecting ClickBuzz.com. So if I'm selecting this tool, users visiting specific web page, I'm just putting that portion like cricket news, because if you are interested in cricket news, then you must be coming to this section. And whoever visiting this particular website and going to that particular tab, as per our requirements, we have selected this one. So this particular audience, a set of rules will be collecting audience, and later on you can retarget them. You can, and your audience is valid for 30 days maximum, as I have chosen here. Yeah, so I think these particular things have nothing to do with how I'm showing this, because it depends on the number of audience that we are collecting from different campaigns. So we are skipping this part and moving on to the creative. I think we have already seen these things. These things we are just. Okay, as I said, we have few stages of campaign. First, of course, I've shown the audience part. You're creating your audience based on your requirements. And the second thing is, of course, the creative. So before you finally create a campaign, you just need to go here and create your creatives. So that's how we are doing this one. You just need to hit the add creatives button. You just need to give a title for it, and you need to select these formats. So the first 4 formats are for displays, and this one is for other platforms that are integrated to Scheme platform. So you can use those formats for those types of campaigns. If you are dragging data from, for example, Facebook, of course you can have this on the dashboard. You can monitor your campaigns from the dashboard. Okay, so moving on to this one, we are selecting banners. And there are few formats, there are a few things that we need to keep in mind, that if it's a file banner, that means you are selecting this one and you are continuing, and you are uploading a file from your computer, and then remote file banner. So remote file banner, I think many of you have experienced this one or seen this one. Sometimes there are some CMPs or creative management platforms, or sometimes you have some servers where you can store your creatives, and from those servers you are generating a link, and you just need to use that link here. Right now, of course, we do not have any link here, but yeah, so it can be anything like scheme.com/ this might be the ID from that particular servers. So you are just pasting this one here and hitting the save button. Your banners will be ready from here. Let's see the other formats. if you have JavaScript tags, that means if you are using any sort of third-party ad or any third-party tags or any other tags, any global tags, this is the tool that you will be using. So if you have JavaScript tags, then you just need to select this one and continue this. If you have HTML banners, this is the tool that you are going to use. So you have to choose a file. That means you may have a zip file which you need to select from your computer, and you have to select. You have to manually put the dimensions of the banner. So, for example, I'm giving 300 to 250. So whichever banners I'm uploading from here, I'll just need to select the banner and it will be uploaded here. And the course will be shown in this particular thing, in this particular box for the JavaScript text. Okay. Or the interesting part is this one, this rich media. So we have talked about rich media time and again in this in these sessions. Like Joshua has talked about it, and then I at the beginning, of course, talked about it. So if you are selecting rich media here, you are actually entering this page from where you can choose templates. So these templates are already ready. So you just need to select which one you want to promote. So rotating billboard, and dimension is 300 to 50, and all the instructions are given here. So what you need to do, you just need to select the file that you want to upload here. So as you can see, the dimension is here. So I'm selecting this particular thing. Yeah, it does show me some sort of restriction because there are many ad exchanges which will not allow anything above the 150 threshold, 150 kilobyte threshold. So for the sake of this session, we are selecting this one. As you can see, dimension is given here. So I have selected that dimension. So yeah, so here you go. So now you see the rich media banner is ready. So if you are using this template, it doesn't normally take any time. So you just need to have the correct dimensions in mind. We have like this, shake and break, dancing 3D. So you just need to select which format you want to choose. So I have chosen this rotating billboard. So it just took me a minute to create this one. But for custom rich media segment, you have to give us all the materials, which of course takes some time for development. Yeah, so your banner is ready, and your audience is also ready. Now let's move on to the last part. I hope this is the last part, and that is the campaign creation. So you already have all the things that you needed. Yeah, so I think, sorry, I have missed one part. That is, we had one question from one of our friends that can we target any specific apps or sites or something like that? Yes, we can. So you may have a whitelist or blacklist in your mind, which you want to use. So I'm selecting. So you just need to select the country. You just don't need to bother about exchanges. Just select the site or maybe app. Yeah, so if you look at it, of course, apps are having most of the inventories. So when you are here at the package level, it means you are creating a package or you are creating a set of a package with a lot of banners, a lot of apps or sites that you want to use. So that that particular package can be your whitelist or that can be your blacklist. So for example, you are planning a campaign, but you don't want to show any ads to email, for example. So you are selecting this one from here. So it's or maybe share it, or maybe like it, or maybe in MX Player. So you want to somehow exclude these sites for your campaign, these apps for your campaign. So from here, you just need to select. And now if you are hitting this save button, then your package will be ready. Now it's up to you. So you may have a plan to run your campaigns only on this side of these apps. So that becomes your whitelist. So you just need to create this particular part and you are good to go. So we are selecting this one, saving it. So that is done. Now you want to create the campaign. So let's see from, I'm showing you again, from left of screen, we have this tab. So we are creating new campaign group. As I have already shared that you can have other platforms on you can run ads on other platforms from our dashboard, and that's how these platforms are here. You know, we just need to select which platform you want to choose from here. Okay, so yeah, so let's see how we are doing it on Eskimi platform. So I have chosen the platform here, and the type, yes, type is banner because we have uploaded banner. And we are giving a campaign name, so webinar. So from here, you are selecting the date range. So for example, you want to run your ads, a campaign for these 5 days. Or you can choose the times. So sometimes, you know, you can select, you can deselect the hours. I'm actually deselecting hours from here. Or you want to, for example, omit Fridays from your campaign. You don't want to show your ads to the audience on Fridays, or maybe on Mondays, or maybe you have a plan to run the campaign from, you know, from midday or from 12 p.m. So you're selecting from these two. As you can see, the name, as the name suggests, time and day scheduling. And here you can see the bid CPM and there's a maximum CPM, of course, and the daily budget and total budget. So we have, you can start from here. So I'm selecting, for example, 100 USD and manually, you know, calculating it and manually giving it as, for example, 20 USD for these days. I mean, for a particular day, that means the daily budget is that. And based on your requirements and based on your KPIs in mind, and based on the experience you have, you know what to bid for which audience, what to bid for which set of group of targeting audience or creatives. So I'm selecting, for example, I'm bidding at 56 cent for this campaign. And I am selecting again, time and again, Bangladesh is coming on. So from this one, you are selecting basically the country, but you can also go by the city. So you are selecting Dhaka from here, or maybe you have something else in mind, something else in your mind. So you want to go to, for example, yeah, I'm selecting this region. That means I'm selecting this state or the division or the counties, whatever you say, whatever you use in your market or country, yes, can be reached out. And now this one is the audience that we have talked about. So for example, we have, I think I have talked about how retargeting audience. So as you can see, campaign audience clicks. So if you want to retarget your, if you want to retarget the the users that you have collected from maybe from previous campaigns. So this tool you can select. Or for example, here we have like schema business page device IDs. So we have collected these user IDs and we have uploaded here, and this is the audience is set. So I can choose this one, or maybe I have selected few sets with the interest, with the behavioral audience, with the behavior interest targeting. So you can use this one from here. So audience is the section where you will be using all sets of audience that you have created or collected. Now, if you want to show your ads only to the users, then you need to include it. But if you have any plan, like, okay, I have a plan, I have a campaign in my mind, and I want to show the ads to the people who didn't click in my last campaign. So you just need to exclude it. And for example, if you have this click audience, so you are selecting this click audience who have previously clicked, you are selecting this one from here, and you are excluding this. That means these ads won't be shown to the people who have previously clicked on your banners. Or maybe you have changed your mind and you have another campaign maybe. So you are just including those audience. So it depends, depending on your requirements, you can include it or exclude it. Okay, so demographic one, I think this is nothing new to you guys. So you can select the demographic, like age and gender, of course. And you have the targetings by languages and the socioeconomic class. So if you want to reach out to the people maybe with higher purchase ability, or who might be interested in products like high-end products, expensive products, or maybe you have something in mind. Okay, I want to show the ads to the people who maybe belong to a specific group from the socioeconomic class A group. So this is the tool, very unique tool that you have, that Schemi has, that you can use. And next we have ad placement type. Yes, you can run your ads based on your requirements. If you want to go for only sites, yes, you can select sites and deselect apps. Or if you want to show your ads only on the apps, that is the tool that you'll be using. So this is app. And yes, this one is the operators that we have. And of course, along with the mobile operators, we also have the ISPs here in the same. So for example, you want to target this particular, this telco, for example, for your campaign. So this can be this particular telecom can be your competitor, or maybe you are promoting on behalf of this telco. So based on the requirements, you can choose from here. So you can target by telcos, or you can target by the ISPs. And now from here, you can choose on which or what devices, in what type of platforms you are going to run your campaign. So if you are interested to run your campaigns on connected or smart TVs, yes, you can from here. Or if you want to run your campaigns only for feature phones, that is also possible, or on desktop or on laptop. In general computers, that is something you can do from here. And also you can choose only smartphone, which of course holds the largest amount of inventory, and tablet. Or maybe you have something like mixed targeting, that okay, you want to only target connected TVs and smartphones, not feature phones, not tablets, or not desktop as well. Okay, so you can target by operating system. This one is for you. Interesting targeting is that device brands. Yes, you can target by device brands. So if you want to promote your product among the Apple users, yes, that is possible, that is doable. And you can also select, for example, only these two models. These are only tablets. Yes, that is possible. That is something you can do. And next comes the device browsers. So you can select in which browsers you want to show your ads. And device cost ranges. Yes, this one is very important tool for the people who are already on the digital platforms and looking for solutions how they can show your ads, show the ads to the users. For example, users who are using devices more than 500 USD, for example, who are maybe most likely to buy products which are bit expensive, who might be interested in the products which are like in this range. So you can select this. So your ads will only be shown to the people, to the users who are using at least devices of this ranges rather, or vice versa. Or maybe you have a plan that, okay, we want to show our ads to the people who are using devices that the cost ranges from up to 300 USD. Yes, this one is for you. Or you can select as per your requirements. Okay. And also you can target by like device connections. So this one is possible. Like if you want to target only the 4G connected devices, that is possible. Or you can exclude them as well. Or if you are interested to run your campaigns only on the 4G devices, 4G connected devices, yes, this tool is for you. So you can just select only from here. And another one is just 4G supporting devices. So yeah, sometimes we have in many markets we do not have 4G connectivity in true sense of the term. So but the users can be using or maybe using 4G supporting devices. So this is for you. On the Telco Dashboard, we saw that we can target multiple operator SIM card. Yes, this one. Here we see that one. So you are selecting these two telcos. That means the campaigns will be shown to the users who have multiple SIMs in the device and using these two. Another interesting tool we have is the mobile data consumption. So yeah, so you may have planned, it is the segment where we are selecting the users who are consuming data, only mobile data. So if you are on the telco side and for example you are on the telco A side and you want to promote your brand, your product or your services to telco B, and not only the whole B segment but the users who are most likely to use mobile data. So with this tool you need to select this two, and ads will be shown to the users who are using heavy data every month. Of course, only mobile data. Wi-Fi data is not considered here. Only mobile data. And operator churn is I think it is known. It is also when you are choosing any operator churn from here, that means you are selecting or you are targeting the users who once used to be a user of your telco, or this you are targeting. If I'm selecting this telco B, that means I'm targeting, or we are targeting, the users who are right now inactive in this particular for this operator. So this user might be using a different SIM card right now, or might be using different operator. But since we have selected telco B, and we want to get those audience back, which is sometimes we also call it is also known as the win back campaigns, where you want to drag the audience from who once used to be your telco user, but now have switched to another telco. But you are showing ads to those users who have, as I said, who once used to be your telco user. So you can show your ads to those users who once used to be your operator user, or this particular segment or this set of audience might be inactive for a long time, but you want to get those audience back to your operator. So it is also known as the win back or reactivation type. And this one is the optimization tool. So you can select, you can choose the capping. You can set your cappings on impressions. You can set cappings on clicks. So using through using this tool, you're actually capping the number of frequency that your ads might be shown to the people. So if you are selecting, for example, capping 3 times, so the ads will be shown to a specific user not more than 3 times. So if that user has seen your ads for 3 times, that user or those users won't be seeing your ads. Or if you are selecting 1 click, for example, that means you are selecting 1 click. That means once the user has clicked on your ads once, or for a single time, for 1 time, that means your ads won't be shown to that user as long as the campaign is going on, and as long, as per your requirements are set up that you have. So I think capping can be on impressions, and capping can be on the clicks. And those who are interested in, who will be participating in the advanced certification course, you will have some questions from this part for sure. Okay, so this is the auto optimization part, which has made our life very easy. So I'm showing how. So CTR for any traffic campaign is is the most important, one of the most important metrics. So if you are selecting 0.2 and you are selecting, for example, 100, and here you want to spend, for example, 5 cents. So you are setting up a rule here, and the campaigns or the algorithms will run in a fashion, in a fashion, so that you get this CTR from the campaigns. And of course, it is done. It has made our life easier because we have data from the previous campaign and the historical data, or at the same time, your campaign is running. So if the system detects that, okay, we are not getting good number of user interaction from particular placement, particular segments, then the campaign will stop serving to those audience or those or on those placements. So that is how you can use this one. So that is this is one of the benefits of programmatic platforms. And you can also select viewability rate, engagement rate. So you can drive your audience, you can drive your campaigns based on your requirements. And if you are selecting these tools as part of your requirements, and you will see how it can make your life easier when it comes to getting your KPIs met, when it comes to you getting your target from the campaign done, and it simply makes the whole process of campaign execution easier for the campaign managers and for all the partners and clients. Okay, so yeah, this is the ad exchange part. As most of you may know, we have more than 47 ad exchanges connected to our DSP. So those who don't know about ad exchanges, I would rather request you guys to have some study on the from the internet, because it's a thing that requires longer discussion. But ad exchanges are in short, they are the providers of all the inventories or whatever we say for the DSPs. So as you know, the DSP means stands for demand side platform. So as per your demand, you get all the supplies from the ad exchanges or from the SSPs, which is, we also of course have our own SSP, which means you can buy your traffic from those particular things. Like SSP means supply side platform, which of course supplies the traffic, the inventory to the DSPs. And yes, let's move on to the next one, which ad placement position. So if you want to promote your ads and put your ads only on the above the fold placements, where you are most likely to have good viewability rate. So you have to select above the fold for them. And yes, no one wants to push their ads in the below the fold, because if you are putting your only below the fold positions, that you are most likely to face low viewability rates. So depending on your requirements, you can choose, of course, from here, and of course be informed that above the fold placements will be costlier. So it's better to have both of them. Now we are at the package phase. And as you can remember, we have discussed this white level, it is not white level, it's a white list. So yes, so you have selected a package. So there are a few strategies that you can take or follow, like custom daily budget. Yeah, so you have selected few sites or apps, and now you have decided, okay, I want my campaigns to be running or to be spending 50% of its budget, daily budget, on this particular package that I have selected. So, or it may be 10%. So it depends on the requirements you have. Or you can select from the custom total budget. That means if you are selecting this tool and using this one, that means you are telling the platform to spend 50% of its budget on this publisher group or the package that you have created. Or you want to show your ads only to the publishers that you have selected previously. This tool is for you. You just need to select include only, or exclude. If you are selecting exclude, that means you are using this package as blacklist. Private marketplace, that is PMP. So when we have a few deals with the publisher with the exchanges, so we are selecting from this. So if you have private marketplace selected, that means you are getting some sort of advantage in terms of getting traffic from specific publishers, or it can be a specific segment of audience. For example, if I consider, like, okay, I'm right now living in Bangladesh, and now I want to show ads to the non-resident Bangladeshi people who are right now maybe living in the US. So from this, if we have created any packages or any audience segment or deals or like that, you can select from here. We are just finishing up. Yeah. So as the name suggests, the adjust tracking and app download, apps flyer. So these are the two partners that we are integrated with, but it can be any other partners. But most important thing here are the landing pages. So you by now already know that landing page is the website where the URL where you are dragging your audience to. So if you are using skimmy.com as landing page, that means after clicking on your ads, your users or the users will be taken to the landing page or skimmy.com. Or maybe you have a different plan. So you have, for example, you have a service or a product that is sold only that can be purchased only if you are making a call to the customer care. So your customer care number is this one, and you are selecting click to action call. That means once you press or once you click on the ads, you are taken to your phone's dial pad, which means you can make calls from there. So instead of landing page, you are using a phone number, or maybe you want to send an SMS. So only through sending a SMS you can get a service or a product. This is the thing that you want to do. So you just need to give a number here, or use the codes. So sometimes you see that using different USSD codes from the telcos, or for any services, if you want to activate or deactivate any services, or we are familiar with this code. But if you are promoting your products on display and you are using USSD code, that means upon clicking on your banners, the users of course will be taken to the dial pad, and then the users can dial and then later on purchase or activate any services from here. Okay, and yeah, ad domain is nothing but the website URL of your product or brand, and selected creative sets. So I'm selecting any random creative from here. Yeah, this one is the one that we have created. So now you are selecting your creatives from this part, and now you just need to hit the save button and your campaign will be ready. Yeah, so I think from my side that was all. So let's see if we have any questions, then we can. Josh, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Okay.
There are a couple of questions in the list from Jerry Walls. Can you please share the entire panel which you showed on Ad Exchange? That was one question, and same. I mean, say Jerry Walls have asked another question. What you shared is for Bangladesh market. Do you have option for India market or catering to non-resident Indian in US and UAE?
Yes, we do have this segment of audience that we can target. So in whichever market you are, if you have queries, I mean, yes, we're answering as much as we can now, but we have some restrictions on the time. So if you have further questions, then I would like to request you to have these questions to sales@skimi.com. So you can have the separate data and numbers specific and specifically for the markets that you are looking after, or for the markets you are looking for. Yes. So,
yes. Another thing which I would like to share is this is the same platform which you can use for all the markets. We don't have any market specific platform. The dashboard looks same. The interface is exactly the same. Only at places while setting up a campaign, or if you want to see some analytics, you just need to select the country for which country you want to see. So for every market you can get that, and also for non-resident Indians, the NRIs. For NRIs you can definitely target for different regions of the world for the NRIs. That is also possible. So for expats you can also target doing that.
Yes, we do have this one. We have data for Zimbabwe. Yes, we cover actually the entire Africa and Asia as well.
Yeah.
So whichever part you are from the globe.
So maybe if you are from Zimbabwe and you want to run any campaign for Zimbabwe, you just contact at sales@skimi.com. One of the team member who looks after that market will respond to you and get in touch with you as soon as you contact. So, and then all the requirement, they will get it from you and try to meet the requirement. So I think that is it. So that leads us to the exam part for the certification. So Sid, the next part.
Yeah, next part, we'll be sharing the exam link via email. So, and before that, we'd like to request you to, of course, go to our YouTube channel where, we have posted all the videos that, we are making on different platform tools and everything. So you can go there, you can watch videos, and of course, Monica will be sending out all the,
Exam link.
exam links that you require. So yeah, so that is it, I think, Josh.
So yeah, so how do we end this?
Yeah,
So
we can wrap up with a big smile, and we can thank you for being
Thanks
with us.
everyone for holding your patience for last 2 hours and listening our words. Thanks once again for joining.